Guess what today is? Hi guys, welcome back to ManeMondays. I'm Chris, aka CrysTheArtist, and this is CrysTheArtist TV, the place to be to create a life filled with beauty. So, couple of housekeeping things. If you are brand new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Yeah, it's somewhere like around here. It may be a pop-up to remind you, but make sure you subscribe, guys. And if you enjoy this video, by the end, give it a thumbs up, share with a friend. Hey, if you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down. I'm okay with that. Other housekeeping things. A couple of weeks back, I mentioned that I would be doing 2 videos every week for you guys. And unfortunately, if you watched last week's ManeMonday, I am really struggling with the content that you all want to see. So I, in an effort to keep the best quality content coming to you all, I am going to go ahead and go back to the original format. So if you're new to ManeMondays, every Monday, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time, I release a new video, which brings me to, if you haven't, make sure you click that little bell too, so that you can get notifications when I put up brand new material. So every Monday, 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, a new video is released. I want to give you what you want. I want to make sure that you're still getting the great quality that I'm able to produce for you all. Now that I've said all that, let's get into what the video is about. So you want to go natural, and I commend you. First, there is one main way you can go natural. You've probably seen it everywhere, and that is the big chop. You just cut it off. You just get rid of the relaxed ends. You are done. You are over it, and you are like sayonara, moving on with life. And that is probably the easiest way to decide to go natural. However, you may have some reservations about that. And I understand. Going for the big chop, it can be fun, it can be intimidating, it can be fun, it can be scary, it can be fun, but it can be hesitation on your part, and I totally get that. But to help eliminate that, or help to relieve you, is that you can have fun with the big chop. And when I say fun with the big chop, I mean you can create all kind of cool styles. You can still do twist outs depending on how long your hair is. You can do finger coils and then separate those and make fun, edgy looks. You can do color. I always recommend color. Y'all know I'm a color crazed crystal, so I always recommend doing color. And you can just have fun with it. You can do taper looks. But I want to say to you that if you decide to do the big chop and you love it, there's no rule that says you have to grow your hair out. I know people who rock mohawks for years in their natural state, who rock the taper looks and still rock the taper, like they come to get their hair cut just like you would if you had a short look while you relax. And that is a-okay. Like, don't be like tied down to growing hair if that's not what you want to do, okay? So I just want to kind of say that. The other way to go natural, and I did talk about that really briefly in one of these videos that is up here, and I talk about ways in which you can go natural and transition, because some of us are intimidated by the big chop. I'm not one of those persons. As you know, I am transitioning with my client, and she and I have made the commitment to transition. And with that being said, my last relaxer was November 2nd, 2017. So what does that mean? I am halfway to a year of transitioning. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm excited about that because she and I made a commitment to do 1 year of transitioning and then make a decision on whether or not we would big chop together or continue to transition depending on what's happening. The reason for that is because a couple of things happen as you transition. Some people decide, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to moisturize. I'm just going to shampoo. I'm just going to deep condition and let the relaxer go and get rid of it gradually. I recommend that you definitely every about 10 to 12 weeks, you get a proper beautiful silk out and you go ahead and trim off the split ends. I don't recommend doing like a diva cut or anything like that at this stage, just because one, you have 2 different textures happening. You can't get a real diva cut anyway because it would result in a big chop. But 2, this way you get a chance to kind of really see where you are as far as your progress going and all of that good stuff, and really you can determine if you need to go ahead and take the plunge and big chop it. The reason I say that is because if you're not taking care of your hair health, overall hair health, you're going to experience breakage, in particular at the line of demarcation. And that is what I want to talk to you guys about today. The line of demarcation is where the natural hair and the relaxed hair meet up. And this line right in between here, yep, right in there, is where your hair stands is the weakest. And the reason is because your natural hair, it's strong. It's like, does not mean it's healthy if you're not taking care of the health of your hair, but it is super strong. And your relaxed hair, still healthy, it has an alteration on it, so it's not as strong as your natural hair. So it has a tendency at that line to break because your natural hair is going to win every single time. It's like the fight of all fights. But there are things you can do to ensure that you don't have this. So one, you want to make sure you're detangling from the ends up. I know a lot of people who have relaxed hair never really thought about detangling from the ends up, especially if you didn't have long relaxed hair. You just kind of ran the comb through it and got through it, and you could do that almost because your hair was relaxed. There really wasn't tangly situations happening, especially if you didn't have hair past like a bob shoulder length, like you just really didn't deal with that. So you definitely want to start from the ends and work your way up. I even encourage you to go as far as taking the hair where it actually meets up, like at that point, holding it, detangling it, and then getting to that point, detangling it more and going down. And that way you can ensure that you're not helping or assisting what is going to be a weak situation anyway that is very highly prone to breakage. But the number two thing that you can do is the moisture, the protein balance. Yes, you want to create moisture protein balance, which is always the thing with hair. Most times with naturals, you have a tendency to gravitate more towards moisture. But you definitely, as you're transitioning, have to make sure you stay on top of protein as well, so that you do not have breakage happening at that line of demarcation, which will result in you having to have a big chop. And if what you're concerned with is, or intimidated by, is the look of a big chop, this is the time more than ever to get with a hair care professional, because we know how to make sure you're not getting too much protein and you're not getting too much moisture, because too much of either is a bad thing, and both result in breakage in different ways. Too much protein results in breakage because the hair is too hard and it snaps almost like a dry twig. Too much moisture results in breakage because the hair is like mush and it snaps like if you had damp paper. It just kind of disintegrates and it feels like ugh, So you have to create that balance so that you have nice, pliable, manageable, beautiful, healthy hair even while you're transitioning. Let's talk some styles, which I've talked about before, but of course you can create styles like this, which is a straw set. I just wrap the hair around a jumbo straw, and I have like this little picture to show you from when I have to wake up sometimes and just really quickly tighten her up. But that is all that I'm doing, and it's basically the similar look as like a flex rod set. You want to stay within sets, and you want to try to manipulate the hair as little as possible. So we're talking low manipulation styles. As you know, I will rock this for about 2 weeks, and I'll even stretch it with a look like this, which I showed in a video a couple of weeks back. And you can click the eye and check that out. And just doing things that do not cause me to have to over manipulate my hair. I'm minimizing the heat because we want to learn how to work with our new natural hair, and we definitely want to minimize on the breakage. It doesn't make sense to keep straightening your transitioning hair if what you're trying to do is rock more natural hair for the whatever the reason is. Because if you're just going to keep doing that, then you might as well stay relaxed and just make sure that you're being healthy as you relax. Let's recap real quick. So if you want to go natural, especially right now today, then you can obviously big chop it, or you can definitely transition. And those are really your main two options. If you enjoyed this video and you really did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you absolutely hated this video, I don't care, give it a thumbs down. If you have a topic that you like to see featured here on Mane Mondays, please email me at ManeMondays@gmail.com. If you're currently transitioned, tell me in the comments below what some of your go-to styles are. They braid outs, twist outs, sets? Like, what are your kind of go-to low manipulation styles? And if you're debating going natural, tell me in the comments below what's kind of holding you up. I want to hear from you guys. For more hair fun, you can always follow me on Instagram at CrysTheArtist. Don't forget to subscribe. So go ahead and subscribe. Push the button now. You can do it. Push the button now. And make sure you hit that bell so that you don't miss out on any of the Mane Mondays that I post week after week after week. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for always tuning in and giving me all of your support. Don't forget, send me your emails or comment below all the things that we talked about here on Mane Mondays. Until next week, guys. Bye. It's Mane Monday.
For more hair fun, follow me on Instagram at CrysTheArtist. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.